See y'all
Daniel
next
Jones
week.
got better stats than your quarterback.
Oh,
That's all I
Daniel
want.
Jones.
All right, end the recording. End the recording. End the- What's good, YouTube? You got your favorite four horsemen back this week. Professor Pratt, Ralph, yours truly. Week six. I can't believe the season's flying by already. Love it, hate it. You know, season's getting colder. You getting home, it's already dark out. But as always, before we get started this week, we got some current events in the NFL we just kind of want to talk about. Robert Saleh got the can today. That's a little crazy in my opinion. I don't think he deserved that. You got any opinions on that, Dave?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he deserved that at all. I think this was more of a find the blame, point the finger type of thing. I feel like one. Go ahead.
He was definitely the scapegoat in this entire situation. I feel like
political too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I want to brush into that topic, but it definitely could have been a little bit about that.
I think so, in my opinion. Like you said, I don't want to brush into it, but I think it brushed into it.
Yeah, and then like at the same time, like, what has Nathaniel Hackett done to keep his job?
Aaron Rodgers
to keep his job over 6 years of no playoffs?
The reason he's there is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers brought him in. That's the only reason he's there.
But
Aaron Rodgers probably controls his organization more than Robert ever did. And then he probably needed a scapegoat. Either picking Rodgers, your 40-year-old quarterback, or your head coach. Pick the head coach. What is it? He was 20-36 as the coach with the Jets.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but at the same time, that's exactly why I think you have to fire the GM who put this into place. Joe Douglas is also 20-36, and he also picked Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
and I guarantee someone's going to pick him up as a defensive coordinator some year next year, and he's going to cook. Like, he was on the 49ers, and he cooked. Like,
no, he's a great defensive player. I don't know.
I mean,
I like him better as defensive coordinator than a head coach anyway.
He also got the shitty hand dealt to him his whole career. Yeah. I mean, Zach Wilson was a bust. And then, I mean, obviously Rodgers, we knew he was hurt this year, so it was going to be interesting to see which Rodgers. But obviously, this is probably the worst Rodgers we've ever seen. But like we said, I don't think he deserved it. Another player got the can, though, too, Devin White. That kind of hurt me a little bit because you didn't even give him a shot, which made no sense to me.
Yeah, he didn't even play in the regular season. I was like, yo, I thought he was going to be our starting middle linebacker in the field. Like,
I thought, I didn't think it was going to be a great pickup, but I thought at least be a solid pickup.
I thought he's better than the Kobe Dean.
His biggest thing, he's no pass coverage. And if you have no pass coverage, I mean, obviously, you already see how we cover him.
He can't tackle. So what you want somebody that can
tackle? That's what I wanted to say. I said, if you bring him in those short downs, like, Kobe Dean's like not our size, but he's definitely an undersized linebacker.
Just put that motherfucker in his zone. Tell him drop back, watch the quarterback. Like, and you just play the ball. Like, he's a ball hog. Just play the ball. He'll be all right. He's better than the Kobe Dean. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm mad he didn't play. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what his downfall is. It needs to be somebody need to figure it out. I don't know.
Oh yeah. You got anything, Ralph? I know you really don't care too much. It's equals demise, so you're probably over there smiling.
I'm not smiling. I'm not doing anything because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with me at the very moment just yet.
Respect.
Not yet. But yeah, I know what type of energy I came into this stream with.
100%, as you should, brother.
I'm a happy Giants fan. Just keep it going. It's early in the week, but Giants plus 150. Hammer that shit right now.
All right, but I guess it's our next point. Thursday night football. We got San Francisco 49ers versus Seahawks. Seahawks are back home. As Ralph said, he's tuning his chest. He's proud. He came off a big W. Dave and I are saying, fuck DK Metcalf. Screwed us out of a big nice leg. He needed 5 yards. I needed 15. But a great win by y'all. No neighbors. You went into the 12th man, got a big dub. How you feeling?
I think it's great. And I think it was a statement game from the team who nobody gave a shot to that week, especially without neighbors, especially without Singletary. And they just went in there and the defense was great. It was like it was finally like all of those things that you thought could happen came together for a game, and it came together without the two pieces that you thought were really going to push you over that hump. So I don't know. Hopefully both of them are healthy next week and they come back and, we ball out. Because this Bengals secondary, I promise you, if Malik Neighbors is healthy, he might have 200 yards next week. He's going to toast these motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, enough of these bum ass Giants. Listen,
Yeah.
Devin Singletary is my cousin, so I'll let y'all slide. But enough with the bum ass Giants.
All right, hold on. Let me segue this into the Seahawks. I actually think that the Seahawks getting, they're going to finally get some time off because they did have to be on a short week against us. And they're playing a 49ers team that just got upset, has to go on the road in Seattle against the 12th man. Seattle right now is trying to prove something too. I like Seattle. I don't think they should be the underdog in this game.
No, I mean, San Francisco, they look banged up on defense, in my opinion.
And they're obviously banged up on offense, missing probably the best player in the NFL. So they haven't looked the same since. Like, nobody can sit here and say that they've looked the same since, to be honest. They looked good maybe 1 week this year, and then the rest of it was like close wins, and now.
All right, I think Dave's on the 49ers, so I'm going to go 49ers. I could just tell. He wanted me to say you're on the Seahawks. Not so fast. Not so fast. I'm tired of Dave being by himself. Let me ride the 49ers with you.
Yeah, tired of me cooking y'all. But the 49ers, I do like the 49ers though. If you look at the division, they need a division win. With this, they tied up 3-3. They'll be tied 1. All I care about is my fucking future bet. The 49ers to win the division. I got Ayuk and Prudy against Cole this weekend. Fancy, we're gonna whoop his ass. I need some points. I need to rack it the fuck up. That's all I care about. But before the season started, San Fran was a Super Bowl contender. Right now, their record not looking like it. They cannot afford to drop 2 back to back. I think they go in their division opponent away, grind out a win on the ground. They play good defense. They really grind this win out, and they got to even this division back up and start stacking on wins. I don't think they dropped 2 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think it's just not a game where Seattle should be plus money at home in the state. Like, I understand, yes, 49ers were a Super Bowl contender. I get it, but it's not like Seattle has like proven themselves to be a bad team this year. They haven't proven themselves to be the best team either. But like they can match the 49ers running game. I think they have great receiving as well. Gino's balling out. He's literally leading the NFL in passing yards. So I don't know, 50-50 game there. But talk to me about props then.
Over under. Anybody got something for the over under?
I'm not huge fan of the over under. Honestly, I like unders more. Like when it's the low number unders, I love taking unders. I feel like that's been hitting high this year. Like them shitty ass games, Broncos versus Raiders. I mean, under hit.
They set this at 47.5, which is pretty high.
I like 47.5.
I think both defenses stink right now, though.
Yeah, and both teams score about like 25 a game. I like the over 47.5.
All right.
I got touchdown prop really like George Kittle plus 170. He should have had 2 last week. He had a tackle at the 1. I think he scored 3 weeks in a row. Let me just make sure real quick.
You said touchdown?
Yeah, he scored 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I like him. He's plus 170. I feel like he's Purdy's like best friend, like stepbrothers type vibes. So I like him plus 170.
I like Debo this week, plus 120. I think with Ayuk going off last week that he getting back in his mojo. Kittle's doing well. You got to watch him in the pass game now. You got Jawan Jennings who go deep and has been going crazy recently, so now you got to watch him. You can still run the ball with Frank Mason. Then you got Debo who can catch and run the ball. He's like a gadget player that get in the end zone. He only has 1 rushing touchdown in the season. I think he somehow gadget, play, reverse, flick his way into the fucking end zone at plus 120 away. Solidified dub.
I mean, we just saw Tyrone Tracy, who was making his first NFL start, run for like 129 against like the Seahawks defense. So I was looking at like the rushing props for this game, and Jordan Mason at 80.5 seems a little high, just for like what you want. Like he'll probably hit it, but like it still seems a little high. What I really like is Debo, 13.5. You give him
that's a high number. It's 11.5 on FanDuel.
Oh, all right. I mean, if you can get it lower, then take it lower for sure.
Yeah, it's
I
minus
just think they'll
113.
give him like 5 or 6 runs in this game with the Seahawks like rush defense being as bad as it is the last couple of weeks. So
I like Mason's for 81.5 though too.
Yeah,
You think
I
so?
saw that last week in a hit,
like
and
that.
he's hitting like 100 every single game, pretty much. The only game we didn't cover, he didn't hit 100.
I mean, they need
hit
it.
100
So,
every game.
yeah.
No, that was one of my favorite props. Mason's over 81.5. He gets about 21 carries a game. He covered that line 4 out of 5 times, and they need to run the ball on the ground. Seattle gives it up, gives the yards up every game. It's easy.
Yeah.
I think that's easy money for him. I got another. I found another prop that I think is super low. That's a steal. Jawan Jennings over 28.5 receiving yards. He can get that in one catch.
Oh, yeah.
For a receiver that leads San Fran in receiving yards this year so far.
But you gotta remember Debo and Ayuk. It kills me to say. I think Ayuk's gonna keep it going.
Ayuk will keep it going, but 28.5, that's nothing.
I think Ayuk's 62.5 is nothing. I think he finally shows his form, and he's ready now. I think the ball's gonna be flying around. No homo, but I think there's gonna be a lot of touchdowns.
Just say pause.
No homo.
And I got one more like a receiver prop. Tyler Lockett with 44.5. He gets about 6 targets a game. He covered this. I think he only missed this one game. 45 one time. I think he missed it by like 5 yards. But somebody that Lockett, they can get the yards after the catch or the deep ball at 44.5. I think is an easy take at home with 6 targets a game. Come on. That's easy.
We all got some props we like. I think it's gonna be a good prop game for a Thursday night game. We got 2 good ass games in a row between this one and the Tampa Bay and the Falcons.
Yeah, I think it's
gonna be 2 similar games where it's gonna be high scoring games. Division, like we said, division rivals. The game means more. It should be a good game for Thursday night.
I think Kenneth Walker scores too. Minus 115. The Seahawks can run the ball. They got the O-line to get in the end zone to push him to get the power. I think he scores. He's nice. I like him.
I think if it happens, especially in that game, it'll probably more than likely happen in the first half, and the teams are still playing it a little bit slowly. So I think you can even take his first half touchdown for plus 200. So
other than that, I think that's everything. We hit the game line. We hit the over. We gave you some props. We gave some touchdowns. Other than that, that's all we got for this game.
For this game, but we'll be back later this week. Touchdown props, a whole week slate per usual. Crazy college football slate this weekend. Maybe I'll have 1 or 2 picks. It's going to be hard to pick because it's going to be a lot of good games. Penn State got USC at USC. Oregon plays Ohio State. It's going to be, yeah. I don't like the U personally. But
you got a U.
Cam Ward's the boy. Yeah, keep Daniel Jones. Don't get Cam Ward, please. But as always, comment, like, subscribe. We'll be back later this week. Your favorite horseman. Tapping in, tapping out. Love y'all. See y'all next week.
Daniel Jones got better stats than your quarterback.
All right,
End the recording.